These games. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing part one of what if I was in Demon Slayer. So basically, uh, I'm not going to be Hashira, but I am going to be like kind of at the top because if you do not know me, I would have a strong work ethic. Always aim to be at the top. And I'm not stupid, which in that regard I mean like I'm not Luffy or Ace. I don't just rush into a fight because I'm mad or blindfolded. You know, I'll stay back, but if like go a little bit too far, we're gonna have a little problem there. So, yeah. Without further ado, let's get right into this. What if? So, I'm not really going to be. Well, I kind of am because I'm not really going to be the main antagonist. Tanjiro's still going to be the main antagonist. I'm just going to be shown at a random present time. So basically, when it's time for the demon slayers, when it's time for them to kill the demons and the Hashira have to come out. Instead, let's say that he sent 3 fleas. So when I come out, let's say I visited Urokodaki, and Urokodaki told me about Tanjiro. I was interested in Tanjiro, as I know that he's carrying a demon. So without further ado, let's get right into this. What if? So, the entire thing is gonna happen in the usual, and instead of like I'm going to save Tanjiro, and then that other Hashira is going to save the same person that he saved at the beginning, and then the girl is going to save someone else. So yeah, so basically when I arrived there, I've been on a couple of confrontations with Kibutsushi. So, like, I'm not enough to defeat him, but I can, like, fight him or hold him off. But if I were to, like, if he were to decide that, you're being a little pest, it's time for you to get the heck up out of my way, I would definitely be killed. But I've never been beaten before. Yes, um, I fought Kibutsuchi on many occasions, but I guess you could call it a draw because I didn't really go too far. Yeah. And plus, let's say that my background was already a samurai, so when I met Urokodaki, I was stronger. I also, since my entire village was killed, I also have the essence of my people. I mean, like, I ate the essence of my village, or the power that fueled the village, which was ice. This ice kept the village unknown, but Kibutsuchi found it sensing a strong aura, which was my father, and my father fought for the village, but he was instantly killed. Now I know he's supposed to have a strong aura. He was caught off guard. Take it like that. And my mother, well, she actually put up a good fight up against him, but then it only took one hit to take her down. Uh, it wasn't like a little punch or slap or stab or anything like that. It was a literal, like he had to decapitate her. She got him mad. Okay, so I can take out all of the 12 Kizuki, not easily, but yeah, I can take them out easily because if they could take out number 5, then I could probably take out like number 1. Okay, so Tanjiro's just standing there trying to get back up, as 1 second he sees the guy, and the next second he sees his sister falling from the trees or sky. When the guy looks up, he then can't feel anymore, as his body was just shredded to pieces. I look off into the distance as I turn back to Tatsumi in this pose, smiling, like this pose on the picture. Not feminine, nothing like that. Yeah, I'm a nice person. Hello, how are you doing? Did you know that you have a demon on your back? As Tatsumi then explains the entire thing, I nod my head and I say, if I could bring back my family, I would. So, I'm gonna let this demon and you pass by, okay? As then, the boy Hashira then reach and the other girl Hashira then reach, as she's coming rushing at Tatsumi, I just back up and I just let her take on her move as she tries to touch me, but then the same fight happens in the original as she then tries to go at him again, and I teleport right in front of her and I completely cut her sword. Like, literally cut her sword. And I ask, why are you fighting? Another Hashira. I don't need permission to fight another demon slayer or Hashira. Because you're not a Hashira or in the demon. You're not a Hashira, but you are a close ally of the Demon Slayer Corps. So, if it implies so I can kill you too, as she has a smirk on her face. Kill me. But you don't even have a sword. Yes, I do. I can use the remainings of my sword to kill you. As she rushes at me, I just dodge her attack and I put my sword in the ground as ice then comes out of the ground, freezing her backside. As I put my blade to her neck, creasing it in, nearly to the point where blood would come out. As I ask, choose, do you want to die? It's a little early for you, but I don't think there would be a problem. As I push my knife deeper inside of her neck as blood then starts to come out. No, there's no problem. As I take off my knife and I cut off the ice. Protect this boy from this girl. She's a little ticked off. That's foolish of me. Of course he could easily cut my sword in half. He has the last black sword in the world. So now we're gonna get to where they all meet the Hashira, and we're gonna get to the point where that guy slams Tanjiro's head into the ground. I'm just looking at this dude dead serious, like, okay, this is a good fight to watch. As Tanjiro, he's on the ground, he's literally not moving. I asked Tanjiro, don't you want to protect your sister? If you can't even get from one of the Hashira's hold, then you can't get from anyone. Huh. You want to protect your sister. You're gonna have to get way stronger than this, bud. Can you please save my sister? I'm not gonna save your sister. That's your job, remember? I said that I'll let you protect your sister. I didn't say anything about acquaintances about me protecting your sister. As the Hashira just smirk, knowing that Tatsumi's been turned down. But I can't move. Then, like I said, get stronger. I know I could easily fight all of the Hashira, but I wouldn't be able to beat them. There would be too many casualties. So, I'd say, how about no? But I can help you out. As I like cut through the air with my sword, as ice then appears out of nowhere, I just rushing right at the Hashira that's blade stuff that and he has no choice but to get up. As Tanjiro then rushes over to the basket, and then he gets kicked in the face by the Hashira. Well, that was a shame. You truly are weak. Oh, well, you are a lower member. You're not even in the second rank. Well, that's your problem. As the boss then comes out, yeah, they have that same conversation, and when he's stabbing Nezuko, I don't really like care because she's not my sister, like I don't really know her, you know what I mean? I'm just standing there wondering if Nezuko's going to take the blood. As Tanjiro says, she would never hurt a human. And the guy, we're gonna have some changes. As the guy rushes over to Tanjiro and he squeezes Tanjiro's neck, then he throws Tanjiro over at the ground, and he's going to go walk back to the nest or Nezuko. As when he's about to stab his sword to where Nezuko's head is, I then teleport right over where he is as I completely obliterate his sword, sending him flying back. As I rush at him, kicking him in the face, twisting his neck and slamming him into the ground, pointing my blade at his throat. As one of the Hashira, let's say the fire guy, yeah, the guy with the fire ability, then rushes at me as he tries to get me off of the fire of the stupid guy, and I just twist around, kicking him in the face with both of my legs or feet. He falls back, he doesn't fall, but he gets pushed back from this attack as he brings out his sword and he tries to slash it at me. And I say, "Aren't you disrupting your master's work?" As he then stops. Huh. You see, I'm not like you other Hashira. Unlike you, I'm not afraid of the leader of the Demon Slayer Corps. As I just walk off. Oh. I'd like to bring... Now, I have two abilities. I know that might sound a little bit crazy. I also have the ability to manipulate lightning. I'd like to bring the Lightning Kid. Even though my lightning is blue and his lightning is yellow, he still has a lot of potential, I guess. The Boar Kid, I suggest he go to, that guy who was holding down Tatsumi, and he was stabbing Nezuko. Yeah, that guy. And I would want to train Tanjiro, but I think it's best for him to go to I'll take him, the girl says. Okay. Bye-bye. So where is that kid? He's in my quarters. I'll bring him out when I'm ready. No, you'll bring him out after he's healed. Immediately. Now let's not fight. As I just think in my mind, I sweat drop and I say, fight? We nearly killed each other, and we're having a little ruffle argument. And you're telling me not to fight just now? As I tell the counselor, you're a weird butt. As this remaining as we didn't skip to the time when the guy gets clear. I'm gonna be doing part 2, like when Demon Slayer season 2 comes out, because we're gonna have a little bit of problem. 26 episode is not a lot for me to, man. As I train him in mainly conquering his fear, so he's like 50% better in this one. Like, he's not such a oh no, so I teach him the abilities of lightning, as I also teach him an ability. It's the ability to summon the lightning. You see, become one with your sword. Okay, I'm gonna be talking in some Star Wars BS. Become one with your sword. And when that has happened, you will merge with your sword's abilities, becoming one with the lightning. Oda Sensei say. Not Oda. Bro, it, oh, ow, my neck. I was stiffing up my neck so I could, like, sound like Oda. Where's he? Dang, I forgot the guy's name. Do not kill me. I just want to be the A off this way. If I come to the show, I can find out he'll me out. We're at. Still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that I gave you. It's to the point where I love and I hate you, and I cannot change you, so I must replace you. Oh, easier said than done. I thought you were the one listening to my heart instead of my head. You found another one, but I am the better one. I won't let you forget me.